Welcome to Tech-Challenged Makers Conquer Ecommerce. I'm Elise, your resident tech expert and author of the book Browser versus Buyer. I've worked with e-commerce shop owners for over 6 years, and I've helped hundreds of creatives overcome their technology fears. Gain clarity and direction in your business with Elise's E-commerce Elevator 6-month group coaching program. Join now at myscheduledbiz.com/elevator. The link is in the show notes. Hello Bizzers, so today we'll be talking about systems in your e-commerce business. By the end of this episode, you'll understand why it's so important to systematize your business, the technology that's required, and walk away with one action step. All right, so what does it mean to systematize your business? It means basically every single thing you do becomes a specific system. You've got instructions, directions that tell you step by step how to do it. This could be that you just have it written down somewhere, or it might be that you have a video, or it could be a combination of the two. But this is what it means to turn your stuff into systems. And this is really incredibly important for your business because it's going to help you stay organized. So number one reason why this is important is because it's going to help you stay organized. When you know that you've got systems that you've got to do, it's a lot easier to decide where to put them and to make sure that you're following the systems in order and getting everything done properly. It also helps you not to forget how to do things. Now, it happens to everyone. I know it happens to me quite often where I do something and then maybe I don't do it again for a month and I come back to it a month later and I'm like, oh, I really don't remember how I did this. One example of this for me is my emails. Sometimes my email system is a little bit complicated. I'm using FG Funnels, which is quite a pricey system, but it's also my website and everything else. Sort of like ClickFunnels. And so my email system is a little complicated. So being able to set things up to send at a future date or recurring emails can be a problem. And so every time I go to set one of these up, I always forget how to do it. And so I recorded a video. I actually recorded the video for a VA of mine, but I watch the video every time I have to do this because I just don't quite remember how to do it. There's also a lot of moving parts because there's triggers, and if I'm making a new product, I have to make a new funnel, and then how that funnel reacts when people sign up and all of this stuff. It can be very complicated. So having that video makes it so I know I'm doing it right every single time, and I don't have to worry about trying to remember how to do it because I can just watch the 3-minute video that tells me do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I can make sure it's done right every time. So one reason that it's good to systematize your business is because it can help you stay organized. A second reason is because it'll help you not forget how to do things. A third reason is because it's going to help you better understand and manage your time. So what do I mean by this? It's going to make it so that you know how long things take. And we all think we know how long things take. But then when you actually look at it and you're like, well, I know that creating a social media post is going to take me an hour. And then when you think about the fact you have to create the image, you have to write the copy, you maybe have to research some keywords or hashtags, and you put this all together, it turns out that social media post takes you 2 hours. Well, if you only planned an hour worth of time, it makes it a lot harder for you to manage your time if everything takes longer than you expected. So by systematizing this and by really tracking it and keeping track of what's happening, it makes it a lot easier for you to really know how long things take so that you can plan out your schedule and your day accordingly. So that's 3 reasons. The fourth reason why it is so incredibly important for you to create systems in your e-commerce business is because it's going to help you better explain what you are trying to do if there's a problem. So let me tell you what I mean. Let's say you're trying to do something on your website and you don't really know what you're doing, you're just clicking around randomly. And then you need to have someone help you with that. You're not going to be able to tell them what it is that you did. But if you know that every time you create a product post, you follow XYZ steps and something breaks on your website while you're creating a new product, you can tell them, I did XYZ thing because you already have it written down. You already know what your steps are. It's already systematized and you do it the same way every single time. So setting up a system that you know this is how I'm going to do this thing makes it easier for you to explain it to someone else in the future if you need their assistance. So that's 4 reasons. Help you stay organized, help you not to forget how to do things, helps you better understand and manage your time, helps you better explain what you're trying to do if you have a problem and need help from somebody. And then our 5th reason why it's important for you to set up systems in your business so you have step-by-step instructions is because if you ever want or need to hire someone, you'll be ready for it. If you already have written down instructions in Google Drive that are organized and you know where to find them, or if you already have videos that show you step by step, screen shares, whatever, how to do something, you can very easily hand that over to someone else and they can just follow the exact same steps that you follow. It also forces you to simplify if you have this in mind. If you know you're creating this system with the intention of possibly one day in the future handing it off to someone else, you're going to make that different than if you're going to be doing it yourself. Because if you do it for yourself, you'd be like, oh, well, I already know where that document is. But if you're doing it for someone else and you're writing the instructions, you're going to have to put a link to that specific document in that instructions. So those are some reasons why it's incredibly important that you set up systems in your business. It's going to help you stay organized. It's going to help you not forget how to do things when you come back to them. It's going to help you better understand how to manage your time. It'll help you better explain what you were doing when you broke something if you need help with it. And it'll make you ready for bringing on staff in the future when your business is at a place to do that. Now that you know why it's important to have systems, how do you actually set them up, right? This is the question I can hear you asking. So how do I set up my systems? So this is my suggestion. I suggest that you document every single task you do. And when you document it, you're going to need to make sure that you do these things. You're going to make sure you have step-by-step instructions. So these can either be video recordings, especially if it's something where there's tech. You may want to make sure you have like a screen share so you can see step-by-step what they're doing. Or you might want to also have a checklist. So on a lot of my stuff, I have both of these, both a checklist and a video. And there are some things that I only have a video and some things that I only have a checklist. Just kind of depends on exactly what you're writing down or recording, but definitely consider a video and a checklist. You also want to make sure that you record how long it takes to complete it. Like we talked about before, knowing how long things take to complete it mean that you're able to plan your time better, which is really, really important to managing your business. Now, what I love to do to organize my systems is to use ClickUp. It is a software that is an excellent way to organize everything. It will automatically keep track of your time. You can actually hit a start button and then a stop button, and it'll tell you how long you are working on a task. And it makes it super easy for you to create the tasks that you do. And if and when you're ready to bring on help, you just copy those tasks over to the help. And then you're not having to create anything new. It's all ready to go. And that is the technology that I would highly recommend for starting to get yourself organized with the intention of being organized enough to bring on help when you're ready for it. There's nothing worse than all of a sudden having a huge influx of customers and not being able to handle it. So get yourself set up now so that when that happens for you, you are able to bring someone on because you have everything set up so that you can. So ClickUp is the technology that I'd recommend. There will be a link to my affiliate link in the description. If you would like to use that affiliate link, it does not cost you anything additional, but it does provide me with a small kickback if you make a purchase through ClickUp. Now, ClickUp is free, so you can go sign up with my affiliate link for the free account, and if at any point you decide you need to upgrade to a paid account, then I would get that kickback. You're also free to just sign up on your own if you don't want to do the affiliate link, but if you do the affiliate link, I really appreciate it. So the technology that I would recommend is ClickUp, whether you get the free account or you use my link or not. And your action step for today is to start writing down every task that you do every day. I'm not asking you to actually write down the steps. Just get a piece of paper, a little notebook, keep it next to you when you're working, and everything you do, write it down. And if you can write the time next to it also, that's even better. But just start writing down every single task you do, because this will start to make you recognize what exactly it is you're doing on a day-to-day basis. And then if you want to sign up for ClickUp, get the free account, doing the timing in there and putting things in there is an even better way to do it, because that is something that you can then hand off to someone else in the future. And you can make sure everything is really organized, and no matter where you are, you'll have access to that information. Whereas if you're on a notepad, it's at your desk and you can't access it anywhere else. So that is all for today. Thank you for joining me for Tech-Challenged Makers Conquer Ecommerce, and I hope to see you next week, where we'll be talking to a guest about a topic that they are an expert in. So thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you next week. If you like what we're doing here at Tech-Challenged Makers Conquer Ecommerce, and it's helping you gain clarity and direction in your business, you should check out Elise's e-commerce elevator. In this 6-month group coaching program, I'll guide you through the ins and outs of building a business for purchase conversion. You'll also get to join up with a small group of other e-commerce shop owners who are focused on building exponential growth and reaching the right audience. Head over to myschedulebizz.com/elevator and join us. We welcome a limited number of new members every 6 months, and by signing up today, you'll reserve your spot. Thanks for listening. See you next week right here on Tech-Challenged Makers Conquer Ecommerce.